Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Friday, April 8th. It's our regular season finale edition of the NBA Pub Hub. Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, TROT, Wham, ready to break down the final card that we'll break down for the regular season. Of course, the regular season ends Sunday. Of course, we're not on the weekend this weekend, but we are going to start being on with you 7 days a week, including weekends, starting next week. So Monday we'll have no show because there's no games, but we'll be back on Tuesday for the start of the play-in tournament. Looking forward to that. So we'll be on Tuesday to Friday, and then we'll be on every weekend starting next weekend, April 16. We'll have Saturday, Sunday, NBA Pub Hub shows. Looking forward to that. I think tentatively the start time for that will be 10 a.m. Pacific. That's when we did the weekend shows last year, early before all the games start. So it's probably when we'll do it this year, and looking forward to it. We'll be with you every day during the NBA playoffs. Before we get to that, we got a Friday NBA regular season card to break down. We got 9 games. Let's start with Milwaukee and Detroit. We got the Bucks opening 10.5-point road favorites, now 5.5 here, road favorites in Detroit, Motor City, 228, 228.5 the total in this game. Bucks getting a big victory last night against Boston, 127 to 121. Of course, it's still that big pack of teams that are in the mix for the second spot in the Eastern Conference: Milwaukee, Boston, Philadelphia. So that's probably going to end up going right down to the wire. The Bucks have the inside edge right now, though, a game ahead of Philly and a half a game ahead of Boston with just 2 games left. They've got tonight against Detroit, then they finish at Cleveland on Sunday. But as far as the Bucks are concerned, Giannis Antetokounmpo looks like he's going to be potentially out tonight. He's questionable last check with the right calf injury. With it being a back-to-back, I think the betting markets kind of have a sense he's not going to play, considering they played against Boston last night. Grayson Allen also out with a hip injury for the Bucks. Looks like everybody else will play, though. Holiday, Matthews, Middleton, and Brook Lopez. As far as the Pistons go, disappointed in the Pistons the other night. I took them against Dallas, and they got whipped pretty good in that game, 131-113. This is their home finale. They play at Philly on Sunday, but this is their final home game. I do agree with the money move. I do like Detroit a little bit. It's not best bet material because I still get concerned we might see Antetokounmpo in because he hasn't been officially ruled out. I don't think he will, but you never know until the end. But I do think this game is definitely a little bit more not important for Detroit, but Detroit's final home game. Milwaukee's still trying to solidify second in the East, but coming off the win against Boston, it's kind of got the writing on the wall that it's not balls to the wall tonight for the Bucks. So I would only look Detroit here. You can get +6 with them right now as home dogs. Skee, what do you think here with the Bucks Pistons?
Yeah, I was already assuming like Giannis is probably not going to play in this game. And, if he's ruled out, and I didn't even think about the side, but if he's ruled out and the side keeps going down, Milwaukee's more than capable of winning this game. Detroit doesn't even want to win games right now. So the closer it gets to, how I always say, just having to win a game, the more likely I am to bet it. As far as the total, both teams over the last 2 weeks combined to average more like 230s. So I think it's a little bit low. What I chose to do, because I did think Giannis is going to be ruled out and the total will probably drop some more, I took the first quarter and the first half because I already think you're getting a discount. The first quarter was 55.5 and the first half was 110.5. So both teams, they combined to average more than that for both of those quarters and halves. So I took that now. If Giannis is ruled out and the total drops some more, I'll take the full game too.
All right, so definitely keep an eye on Giannis' status. Could go. We think he's not going to play, but not official yet. Dutch, what do you think here? Milwaukee, Detroit.
Yeah, man. Real quick. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I just hit that plane of toxic cookies. I'll get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to Ix Nizzle. I see you, my guy. Nets Bets, my guy. Mr. H-Town, LJ, Star Child, JB Brown. My guys, everybody in the motherfucking chat share the motherfucking video. Muchly appreciated. Last motherfucking show we got. So, yeah, I knew Ski would have something on this bum-ass game. And I know my guy Wham Bam got something for this, too. Y'all motherfuckers love some Detroit basketball. So I'm going to do what I do and back with this motherfucker and let y'all take it over.
All right, Dutch, Wham, how about you, Bucks Pistons?
Yeah, that's funny, bro. He's like, "Oh, I know I got something for this bum ass game." Yeah, I got something for it, but I haven't bet it yet. But I'm thinking Bucks too if they get those guys announced in. But their defense is trash as well, man. I think the over is definitely a good look. They're ranked 27th in the last 5 games, giving up points with those starters in the lineup. So even with Giannis in the lineup, so I think they're still going to be giving up points to Detroit. So I was looking towards Cade, man. I'm not gonna lie, like Cade, possibly get 30 points today. I wouldn't be surprised with it, but I haven't bet that yet.
I agree with the over. The over definitely sounds like it could get there. Star Child, $10 dono. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dono train off and running. All right, there we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Much love,
it.
bro. Much
Star
love.
Child, appreciate it. All right, New York and Washington now. Washington open 1-point favorite. Knicks 3.5 on the road. 223.5 the total in this game. Porzingis, Kuzma, KCP ruled out for Washington. That's a big reason why we're seeing it in terms of the move toward the New York Knicks, who are now laying points on the road. That being said, it's not like the Knicks are a surefire great bet on team right now. They're playing out the string of a disappointing season. Do we want to lay 3.5 with them now? I don't know about that. They are good on the road lately. They've covered 9 of the last 10 on the road. I know I don't want Washington, but am I liking New York enough to bet them, especially now with the line not being the best, 3.5, 4? No. So lean Knicks, but I think the best of the number not being there is going to be enough to keep me off. And Jake, thank you for the $10 dono. Appreciate it. By the way, it looks like Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle both out tonight for the New York Knicks. Those were the main question marks. So Randle's season's done with the quadricep injury, and it looks like Mitchell Robinson's probably a no-go tonight for the Knicks. Knicks are pass, but I think pass is the better choice. Wham, what do you think here? Knicks Wizards.
Yeah, as far as the number, obviously, the money and everything went towards the Knicks today. So everyone expecting the Knicks to be kind of furious, off of giving up that 21-point lead in the last game. Maybe that's the case, but the Washington, we obviously know they're not going to play any defense. I think they are going to be able to score as well. Like as much as I think Pistons can score on the Bucks, I think they're going to be able to score on the Knicks, even though the Knicks has pretty much been playing pretty good defense last few weeks. But I think Washington, without the guys that they have already, canceled out for the lineup, like Kuzma, Bradley Beal, those guys not being involved in the lineup. KP out as well. You may see Rui Hachimura, those guys kind of be able to cook here. Court Kisper, some of those guys be able to cook and push this total over. But I didn't bet this game. I just think that that's probably the way I would look. The only problem that I have is the Knicks' true shooting is ranked 28th over the last 5 games. So, I got to depend on them scoring too. So that's the only reason why I haven't bet it.
All right. Dutch, how about you? Knicks Wizards.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Jay Peasy, Ray Charles. Also, Jake, thank you for the kind words, man. Nasty Nate, yeah, man. Them, the 4-string Celtics still got. I'm telling you, gritty motherfuckers, man. Not first quarter, not first half, but full game. Yeah, man. The Bucks fucking around. But yeah, this man, fuck. I don't know what to say about this game. I guess RJ Barrett. What we gonna, you know what I mean? RJ Barrett. If you want to bet the motherfucking game, bet if the Knicks gonna do anything, RJ Barrett probably gonna drop 25 plus. So,
right.
I look only that way. But man, I'm not touching this fucking game. I didn't know this game was on the card. To be honest with you.
That tells you all you need to know right there. Skee, how about you? New York, Washington.
Yeah, this is a real bum fight for real.
Yep.
Like, as I seen Star Child ask me if I felt contrarian about Teddy's big game breakdown. I personally would not back Washington if they didn't have, they don't have nobody. Bill, Kuzma, Porzingis, KCP, who's scoring? So I just chose to play.
Gisper, bro.
I chose to play Denny Avia.
Yeah,
first rounds assist over 25.5. So take it for what it's worth.
All right, we got Houston, Toronto. Toronto 11.5-point home favorites, 228 the total in this one. The Raptors are pretty much good to finish 5th. I don't think Chicago can catch them. They're 2 points ahead of Chicago now, the Raptors, after that win. So I think they're locked into the 5 seed in the Eastern Conference after a big win against Philly. Now it's a back-to-back, taking on the lowly Houston Rockets. As of right now, OG is going to be out again, and Precious Achiuwa is questionable with a left knee issue. after last night's game. But as of right now, it looks like Fred VanVleet is going to be on the court, which he wasn't last night. Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes, Siakam, they're all going to play. The only real question mark right now is Achua right now. But I understand the reason people are taking Houston. I mean, it's definitely the Raptors after last night. It's hard to think they're going to bring their A game tonight against the Rockets. I understand from that standpoint, but for Houston, I took them plus 17 against Brooklyn. They lost by 13. Well, here's the problem tonight. They lose by 13 tonight. They're not cashing any ticket for you. So you're only getting 11 and a half. I get it. I get the reasons to bet against Toronto, but I don't know. This team looks like they're on a mission right now. Maybe even against Houston tonight, they're fired up. They do get their leader, Fred VanVleet, on the court. Maybe that's enough. Might be enough to win by margin, by doubles against Houston. But I'm going to stay off it all around. Backwood for me, Rockets and Raptors. It's not a great Toronto spot, but I don't know if I trust Houston enough to take plus points with them either. Skee, what do you think? Houston, Toronto?
I trusted Houston enough to take them last night. I got plus 14 and a half. So if they lose by 13, I do cover, but I still like them at 11 and a half. Looking at the last 7 games, 6 of the last 7, they stay within that number, 11 and a half. Raptors, they already had a short rotation. Now they're on a back-to-back, and I just feel like they only got to win this game. They probably look at Houston. They're not going to really bring it defensively tonight. They know they can win this game. They're just going to outscore them, and it'll be a closer game towards the end as far as 14 or 11 and a half points. For the total, I kind of already hinted at it. I know Toronto's known for their defense, but I just don't think we're going to see it tonight. And Houston, they don't play any defense. They're going to play with pace. And this total is too low for Houston games. Under 230, if you have a Houston total under that number, they hit the over 62% of the time this season. So I like it. One more stat, if you want this one, and it's kind of what I was already saying, is favorites of 12 or more without rest. They're 10-1 to the over this year. They're 22-8 to the over since 2018. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like, those teams are not going to be motivated to play defense on a back-to-back versus poor opponents. So, like the over, like Houston, and Wham, I know we rolling with 2 guys who've been balling. Jalen Green, yep. His points was 23 and a half. He's averaging 30 his last 6 games. Yep. And KPJ balling right with him. 19 and a half is his point prop. He's averaging 28 the last 5. So a lot of points in this game, a lot of stuff to like.
Yeah, at least 30 in 5 straight games for Jalen Green. There's no doubt feeling it right now. Finally looking like Rookie of the Year candidate. It took a while, but it's finally looking that way for Jalen Green right now. It's battle of the 2 of the best rookies here, Scotty Barnes and Jalen Green. A great matchup here. I would think the over's a good bet too. I would lean that way, 228 with the total here. What do you think, Wham?
Yeah, bro. My guy alluded to it, Jalen Green. Of course, we're going to go back to the well with over 24 and a half points. You're getting it at minus 108, I believe, minus 110 on Bovada. Off top, we already know why. But I like the KPJ look as well. That's a play that I am thinking about hopping on. I'm about to hop on that one with you, bro, because right here alone, as much as we watching Jalen Green, you're watching the same games. It's KPJ as well. He's been able to do what he wanted to do. And add on to what my guy said about the Raptors defense. Yes, they've been holding opponents to 105 points, but they've been giving up one of the most in 3-point makes at 14 3-point makes at 39% in the same span last 5 games. So they actually been giving up from 3. Both of those dudes that we just talked about, they trying to shoot threes. They trying to shoot the most threes. And Jalen Green light, he got the green light. So we're going to go with the over 24 and a half points for sure. And I like that. I like that look as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if Houston covers, but obviously they're trying to tank, so they're gonna make sure they lose this game somehow down the stretch. But I like that look a lot with KPJ. I might be hopping on that for sure.
All right, Cleveland and Brooklyn. We've got the Nets 8.5-point home favorites, 232.5 the total here in this one. Brooklyn, it looks like, as far as we're concerned right now with the standings, they're 8th. They could still, I think, move up to 7th. It is possible, but 1 game back of Cleveland for that spot. They could also fall down further because they're tied with Atlanta for that 8th spot. They could actually fall to the final play-in spot, which is the number 10, where Charlotte is, because they're only 1 ahead of Charlotte. So Brooklyn could still finish in a bunch of different spots here. They beat New York 110-98 in their last game. They really need to turn things up a little bit. But the fact remains, we talk about this constantly with Brooklyn. How do you lay points with them at home? How? How do you do it? I mean, right now it's just been a dreadful run. I believe it's at 4-24 ATS the last 28 as home favorites. I mean, just absolutely terrible track record laying big points. But on the other side, you've got a Cleveland team that's kind of struggling. They've only won 3 of their last 10. The victories were Detroit, Orlando, and the New York Knicks. They haven't beaten anybody good. You know, they lost to Orlando in their last game on Tuesday night, 120-115 as 8-point favorites. They're definitely struggling mightily right now. Jared Allen still out for the Cavaliers. Evan Mobley, though, is expected to return. At least it's looking like after missing the last 5 games, they will get Evan Mobley back from that ankle injury, which obviously is going to help quite a bit for the Cavaliers in that depleted front court right now. I think he's probably a good prop guy if he does play tonight against Brooklyn. We know they don't have the most dominant, scary front court imaginable. For them, it's Curry, a game-time decision for the Nets, although it looks like he's been upgraded, so expect him to be in there tonight for Brooklyn. It's a tricky one. I mean, I lean over a little bit, but Cleveland's definitely been struggling defensively, but the total's already gone up in that one. As far as the side goes, I'd take Cleveland plus points before I take Brooklyn laying anything on this home floor. They've just been so bad at home. They're not covering numbers at home. Even against Houston the other night, they didn't win by enough of a margin. I lean Cleveland. I don't love Cleveland's form at all right now, but boy, I'd take Cleveland before I lay points with Brooklyn on the home floor. What do you think, Dutch? Cleveland, Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Know Something. We want to shout out for hashtag Team Mando. Yeah, man. I dig it. I dig it, my guy. There's your shout out. And run that motherfucking like button up. I mean, hey, Ian must have known I was going to back with that last game, you know, because I have shit for you. But I will say Scotty Barnes going to have a game tonight. I know my guy Green will cash for everybody, but Scotty Barnes going to have a game tonight, too. But yeah, run the motherfucking like button up just for all the motherfucking shit they gave you on that garbage-ass game, man. That was a lot of shit we gave you on the Houston game. Toronto. But yeah, man. What game were we talking about? I forgot. My bad.
Cleveland, Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, fuck this game too. Ah shit. Man, Darius Garland. That's it. Darius Garland. I mean, Nets gonna win this game, but are they gonna cover? And if you're gonna bet them to cover, man, good fucking lord, you got a lot of balls. I'm not mad at early if you want to bet Brooklyn early, but I'm not gonna go down that route. My first plays have not been cashing, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. I really don't think I like this game too much. From an ATS perspective, I think you could only look probably Cleveland. But Darius Garland gonna get off, man. Who's gonna stop this kid, right? I mean, he's gonna go to the hole. I'm sure my man Wham Bam got some good stats for you on it. But I think he should eat tonight. What you feeling, Wham Bam?
Yeah, man, I'm right there on that. You already know. Darius Garland back to the over 9.5 assists, and we're going to the double-double, man, minus 120. That's an official play for me for Darius Garland, bro. The 9.5, he's averaging 9.7 assists against the Brooklyn Nets. They played 3 times so far. You know, Brooklyn won 2 of those 3. The Cavs did win the last one. So this is a real important game. So the number, you know, going from 6.5 to 8.5 kind of just gives me like, man, y'all trust Brooklyn a little bit too much. Is Ben Simmons coming back to play? Is helping them out and about to lock shit up or something and get some boards? Because they need guys to rebound. They need guys that's going to be able to defend. And if they get Evan Mobley back, like you say, he plans to play today. I'm only thinking the Cavs in this spot, man. There's no way I'm laying with these guys at the house, like you said, with their terrible record. I think it's 5-25 or some crazy shit as far as against the spread at the house as a favorite. So I'm not touching this game at all on the Brooklyn Nets side as far as the props or anything. I would go back to Bruce Brown, but I'm going to stay away from it on this one. I just think Darius Garland is the guy, and we're going over the 9.5 assists. And we're going to go with the double-double at minus 120.
All right, good stuff. And like I say, I'd take Cleveland before I lay points with Brooklyn right now. It's just not great a track record there. Skee, what do you think, Cleveland, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I just, y'all said enough on this game. Cleveland, I guess, just because I don't trust Brooklyn by margin. But I'm betting Garland assists at 9.5.
All right, Atlanta and Miami now. We've got the Hawks 2-point road favorites after Miami opened 4.5-point home favorites. Now Atlanta favored by 2 on the road. Oh, there it is. 230 and a half, the total in this game. It probably is an Atlanta spot, let's be honest. It looks like for the Miami Heat, although it looks like Lowry, Strus, Butler, Bam are going to play.
All
It's
of
not like everybody's out other than Tucker, you're at 7, Vincent. They're all game time decisions. We'll see where they decide to go. Lou Williams, game time decision. Bogdanovich as well for Atlanta with right knee soreness. Collins ruled out for Atlanta. Of course, for Miami, they're just, they've got everything. They've locked everything up. They're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Atlanta is still jockeying for positioning in the play-in tournament. They're currently 10th, 9th, tied with actually Brooklyn for 8th. They could go up to 7th if they win out and Cleveland loses, or they could, move up to 8th. They could stay at 9th. They could even fall down to 10th right now, Atlanta. But so there is a little bit more in terms of seeding and positioning at stake for Atlanta. Is it enough to lay points with them on the road right now? For me, I don't think so. So it's going to be a backwood for me. I'm probably going to leave the game alone a little bit here. Maybe the over, because I don't think Miami's defensive intensity will be there. And the one thing you usually get from the Atlanta Hawks is obviously the ability to score, and their defense obviously can't usually be trusted most nights. So maybe it goes over the total as a result. What do you think here? Wham, we'll start with you, Atlanta, Miami.
Yeah, man. Before I get into that, man, y'all hit the motherfucking like button for your boy, please, man. It's 56 likes right now. 153 people in here.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? What the hell's going on? I know y'all getting lazy. It's towards the end of the season.
That's depressing.
Wake y'all asses up here. We still out here dropping hits. And in this game, this is going to be a backwood for me. But my guy, LJ from H-Town, he says the Heat first half, 12-5-1 straight up the last 18 games. Maybe you want to just take them early, get them in, get it out.
Yeah, that might be the way to do it too. The first half compared to a full game. Dutch, how about you? Hawks Heat.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Top Set. I see you, my dude. When it comes to this game, man, I think you might have missed the boat. Really, you don't, like Skee say, you don't want to take the shit into the line, and I guess you would be. But I mean, one team wants to play. One team is going to try to play today, I think, really, and one team just doesn't give a fuck. It's almost kind of like that Denver, Grizzlies game last night. It was kind of, the writing was on the wall. And when we look at Atlanta, man, I don't really fuck with Atlanta too much on the road. But they're 5-0 ATS last 5 as a favorite. 4-0 ATS last 4 playing on 1 day's rest. 6-1 overall against the number last 7. And I just feel like, what's the motivation here for Miami? I mean, everybody touched on it. They done, it's a done deal. It's sealed. They're playing good basketball. They can kind of just go in and fill in themselves. So I don't want to say, bet Atlanta here, but I do with the movement and obviously taking the shit into the line. But I do believe Atlanta is the play here. I wouldn't be surprised if they're up by 10-15 here in the mid fourth quarter. I just think one team's going to play, and I think Atlanta is talented enough to beat a Miami team who they did already beat here January 21st in Atlanta by 2. As a 1.5 point favorite. So. This game matters, man. I think the line is moved for a reason, to be honest with you. So if you got on Atlanta early, props to you. And if you still really want to bet this game, I think you can only look Atlanta. I'm not mad at that Heat first half. You can't really argue with it. But I think Atlanta's going to come here trying to win this game, and they will.
All right, we got Charlotte, Chicago next up. Bulls, 2.5 point home favorites, 235.
Did you cap this game, Skee?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, though. I bet Atlanta plus 2.5. So I did get it in early, but I still think they're gonna win the game. If I didn't bet it, I'd probably still get in right now. So
yeah, to me, it's Atlanta or pass. Clearly, this game means way more to Atlanta than Miami. Not that Atlanta, like, what's the difference? You play in, you're still actually trying to get a home game in the play-in. That does matter, but. To me, there's at least something at stake for Atlanta. There's nothing at all at stake tonight for Miami. So it definitely feels like you got to take Atlanta or you leave the game alone here. All right, Charlotte, Chicago. Chicago, 2.5 point home favorites, 235, I should say, the total. It's gone up in this game. I agree with that. Chicago is going to score points. They're going to give up points. And, Alex Caruso's questionable. Lonzo Ball ruled out for the rest of the season, and they're probably going to have Zach LaVine. So it's going to be more of an offensively friendly lineup. And, of course, when you're talking about potentially no Caruso to go with Lonzo Ball, 2 good plus defenders, I think that's definitely good news for the over. As far as Charlotte goes, they're not exactly a team that can be trusted to shut anybody down. We just saw them give up 144, 2 straight games to the Heat and the Sixers. Yeah, they did shut down Orlando last night, 128-101, but it's not saying a whole lot. And now going on the road, they're probably going to have a tough time containing Chicago here. So to me, this looks like a clear over spot between these two teams. They've played each other twice this year. You had a 121-109 game, and then you had a 133-119 game that got way into the 250s. So I think this game probably goes over 235. I kind of want to take Chicago because I feel like they need a good game. They need something good to happen here. You can't keep going into the playoffs playing bad basketball, and they've lost 3 in a row, and it's not been good. But they lost to Miami, they lost to Milwaukee, they lost to Boston, all right? 3 of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. There's no shame in that. I think this is Chicago. Time to step up. Charlotte's on a back-to-back. Charlotte's also 0-5 ATS, their last 5 games on the second night of back-to-back. So they've not been good in this spot. I'm going to take Chicago as well, and I'm going to go money line, just be safe, -130, Chicago Bulls money line. Get the win, and I like the game to go over the total as well. Skee, how about you? Hornets, Bulls.
Yeah, I'm not betting the Bulls. They stink right now. I know they was playing good teams, but they still got to show me something because I know Charlotte going to come to play because they can still move up in the standings and not have to win 2 games potentially. So I would probably bet Charlotte team total, or I would bet on, I feel like LaMelo been balling lately. Probably bet LaMelo points, rebounds, assists, something like that. So those are the 2 ways I would look to bet this game.
The LaMelo has been good lately, no doubt, for the Charlotte Hornets. Dutch, how about you here? Charlotte, Chicago.
Yeah, man, I agree a little bit more with you, Babano, on this game. This Chicago spot, clear Chicago spot here. We know the Bulls; they be handling business at the house usually too. Fuck around. But if you look at the standing, the stats overall, they do handle business at the house. We fade the fuck out of them against upper teams in the NBA and of course on the road. But come on, man, the Charlotte Hornets aren't really that. These motherfuckers the Bulls played them twice this year, double-digit wins in both games. I think we'll see the same motherfucking thing tonight. My man Ian touched on it. They're 0-5, in back-to-back situations, 1-4 after a straight-up win against the number over the last 5. And then you look at it at the meetings. I mean, they're 0-5 ATS last 5 versus the Chicago Bulls, 2-6 ATS last 5 in the windy motherfucking city. So I'm telling you right now, the Bulls gonna put it on them. LaVine gonna fill this up. DeRozan gonna get it. It's gonna be a lot of one-on-one basketball. And give me LaVine, give me motherfucking DeRozan, and give me Big Vooch. They're gonna handle these motherfuckers. Caruso can play if he wants to or not. I don't give a fuck. Either way, LaMelo could do his thing. But the Bulls will it's a feel good spot. Like my man Bobano said, they gotta fucking win some basketball games to come back in and they've had a good season overall with the additions and the subtractions with Lonzo and the injuries they've had. So they gotta be they gotta want to feel some type of way. And then I feel they'll do that tonight against the Hornet team in a back-to-back situation at home. Feel good spot. Bulls handle business. This easy money right here.
All right, liking the Bulls here, money line to get the job
big
done.
shout out to
Another
our
one.
guy Jake.
Jake again? $10? Holy shit.
Shout out
Thank
to
you again,
Jake.
Jake. Jake Fagan, we appreciate it. $10 dono. Thank you very much. Hit the like button. There you go. He's telling you right there on the screen. It's right. It's our final regular season show, guys. I mean,
Much
we got
love,
the
bro.
playoffs coming up. We'll be here starting Tuesday for the play-in and then the playoffs after that. And then we go to 7 days a week. That deserves the like button right there. Hearing that, we'll be on 7 days a week throughout the rest of the season and in the NBA playoffs. So hit that like button. Wham, what do you think here, Charlotte, Chicago?
Yeah, I kind of would. I'm off the side, so I will hope you guys just kill on the Bulls there. I'm just stay away from the side. I think the Hornets do have motivation here. The Bulls kind of stuck where they at, so I don't understand what they're trying to do if they're trying to have any motivation. They have been bad. So they do need to have some type of momentum coming in. So I do see that happening, but I think they are going to give up points. I do agree with the over as well. So I'm with Miles Bridges. I think he has the better of the two out of LaMelo and him, the better matchup here. So I'm going to go with Miles Bridges over 20.5 points. It's hit 5 of the last 6 games. You're getting that -110 right now for Miles Bridges. And just the only reason why I'm going in that direction is because just in case if they do sit somebody, the backups is going to really allow this boy to go up. So I like Miles Bridges tonight. And as far as the Bulls, man, I'm rooting for my guys, man. That's it.
Hey, real quick, there's a lot of love in the chat for the Charlotte Hornets, man. We're talking about the motherfucking Charlotte Hornets, right? Are they playing somebody else tonight? Because I don't really see it. My man Nets
That
Best.
tells you how
Yeah,
everybody's soured
Both,
on Chicago, though, at the same
yeah,
both
time.
he
teams
said
giving
good
it up
luck
though. Like,
with fading the Hornets. I mean, they're 1-14, or they're one. What do you say right here? They won one game in the last 14 in a back-to-back situation, and you got Chicago off 3-game loss. My man Ian touched on it. They're playing against the upper echelon teams in the NBA. They got to win a fucking game here before they get into the playoffs. I mean, I don't know. Y'all acting like these motherfuckers is the Boston Celtics or something. We're talking about the Charlotte fucking Hornets. They don't play no motherfucking defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
you
My
know, they
fault.
get hot though. They get hot, and my boy Miles Bridges, let
Yeah,
him get hot today.
you can
Let him
cash
get
your
up.
props. You cash your props, but then we're gonna get out there with a W, all right?
Yeah, it's I'm hearing Donovan and Levine and DeMar all saying, "Hey, we don't want to be going into the playoffs losing our last 2 games." Now, saying it's one thing, doing it's another. You got to go out and execute and win now. It's nice that you want to, stop the losing streak going into the playoffs, but now you got to go and get it done. We got another one. Know something in the chat. You do know something because you're donating $10. There it is. Thanks for the
Shout out
$10
to Team
donation. He does
Mando.
know something.
Yeah.
He knows to support the channel, support the shows that are giving great content. There you go. Thank you very much. Know something. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for the $10 dono. All right. Can we lay 19.5 with Dallas tonight? Does anybody want to lay that many points? Dallas 19.5 point home favorites, 221 the total in this game. Obviously, Portland is just a disaster. The roster is not even G League capable. Williams, Johnson, Ellaby, Brown, and Eubanks. I've talked about it ad nauseum. It's a terrible, terrible roster. They got absolutely destroyed by New Orleans last night, 127-94. They're on back-to-back here on the road against a Dallas team that, look, I thought Dallas might be, taking it easy going into the playoffs. But look, they could actually still catch Golden State for the 3 seed. It's not totally out of the realm of possibility right now for the Dallas Mavericks. Look where they are. They're only a game back of Golden State for third in the West. And I think they want to try to move up. So I don't think Dallas is taking this game lightly or for granted. It's just a matter of, can they win by 20 or more? I think they could. Do I want to lay this many? No, probably not. But boy, I'm tempted because I did lay the smackdown with New Orleans last night. I took them -9 in the first half, -16 for the full game. They got it done, the Pelicans, for me in that game. And I'll tell you this right now, I'd take the favorite in a heartbeat before I put anything on this Portland roster, which is just absolutely pathetic right now. So if you got to bet the game, do a first half and a full game split maybe with Dallas. The Dallas first half is -11 and a half. The full game -19 and a half. Again, it's a big number with both, but I think you can lay it, quite honestly. How does Dallas, maybe with their eyes closed, they could still win by 16 or 20 in this game against this Portland team, who's on a back-to-back on the road as well? They're not even fresh. So Dallas, I think, shows up and rolls them. It's just a question of, do they cover? Dutch, what do you think here? Portland, Dallas.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy AJ or LJ, excuse me, H-Town, liking team total under on the Blazers. Only got averaging 93 points the last 3. Probably good. I kind of, it seemed like it might be a solid look. Dallas slows the fucking game down, and they can definitely play some defense when they want to. Ray Charles second stat as well. Big shout out to our guy Sam Comer, Jefferson C, Jared TG. I see you, my guy. But yeah, man, I don't got nothing for this game, man. I gave you what the chat got.
All right, backwood for Dutch. Wham, how about you here? Blazers, Mavs.
Yeah, man, it's that 1-800-GAMBLER special right here for sure. Mavs won, covered last 3. Just doesn't seem like they, could do what they want, call whatever shot they want in this game. Come on, bro. Portland, like you said, Ian, I'm not putting no money nowhere near anything this team is going up against, bro. I can see the under, so shout out to LJ for that. Shout out, I do think that's a good look. But at the same time, both of these teams can possibly give it up on each other. So the Dallas defense hasn't really been that good either over the last 5 games. So I think it's been like a 27th or some shit like that. So I'm going to stay away from this game at all, man.
All right, Skee, how about you? Portland, Dallas.
Yeah, y'all tripping. Y'all leaving money on the table. First off, I'm gonna go Dwight Powell over 6.5 rebounds because if Maxey don't play, he for sure getting that. The past two
Right.
games was pretty solid, and even if he does play, Portland the second worst rebounding team the last 5 games. He gonna grab 7 boards tonight. It's gonna be plenty of bricks that the Blazers throwing up there tonight.
For sure.
Last 3 games, Portland averages less than 95 points per game. Portland on no rest, they averaged 98.6 points per game. Dallas at the house, they allow a little bit over 99 points per game. Give me Portland team total under. You looking at Mavs at the house in general, 28-10 to the under. Both teams last 5 game pace, 30th and 27. And Blazers offense just stinks. Give me the full game under. Give me Blazers team total under, and give me Powell over 6.5 rebounds.
All right, there we go. A lot of Portland unders and some props as well for Skee with this one. All right, Phoenix and Utah. Utah 2.5-point home favorites, 228 the total. It looks like we're getting the A crew, the A team for Phoenix tonight. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, all expected to be in the lineup tonight for the Suns. I know they've locked up everything. There's nothing at stake. It's not like there's a ton at stake for Utah. I mean, they could fall to 6th. Or they're going to finish 5th. You know, that's what it's going to be. They're either going to be 5 or 6 in the West, but they're definitely going to be a playoff team. They're not going to have to play the play-in. It's a matter of 5 or 6. You know, is there that big of a difference right now in terms of facing, Warriors or the Mavs? It's going to be one of those two teams. Does it matter to Utah that much? You know, staying 5th or falling to 6th? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm getting pretty much the regular lineup for Phoenix. And that when all things considered equal, Phoenix is a better basketball team than Utah. And the only way I would bet it is Suns plus 2.5. You know, and the question is, I get it. They're just maybe going through the motions a little bit. They want the playoffs to get here. There's not a lot at stake. I give the Suns a lot of credit for the last game against the Clippers. Everybody sat in that game. They were down big, and they somehow covered the closing number. They were 7-point dogs at the close. They were lost by 4 to the Clippers. They were down by like 30. They're damn near 30 at some point in that game, the Clippers, and Phoenix battled all the way back. But now they got their top team back. So to me, there's no way I'm laying points with Utah here. No way. When you look at the fact, Suns have got their full roster and full complement coming to play tonight. So Phoenix or nothing for me. I haven't decided yet, but I'm leaning strongly toward the Suns as an underdog plus 2.5 here. What do you think here, Skee? Suns, Jazz?
This game right here is a clear backwood. I'm not going nowhere near Sunshine.
All right. The backwood for Skee. Yeah, you're right. In terms of that's the one concern. It's tantalizing, right? Suns looks like everybody on the floor. They're getting an underdog number. But at the end of the day, there's absolutely nothing to play for here. Nothing whatsoever for the Phoenix Suns. So that's the one drawback to me, at least, pulling the trigger. What do you think, Dutch, here, Phoenix, Utah?
Yeah, shout out to Nilo. Good shit, my guy. Yeah, man. Like, you know, I have to agree with my guy with Skee, man. I looked at this game last night and I was like, all right, bet this is gonna be a Utah spot. And then I looked into it and I was like, what the fuck? Phoenix gonna play all these motherfuckers? Like, god damn it, I'm not betting Utah. So hey, I guess, you know, if Phoenix gonna play the motherfucking starters, like how many minutes? Now it's a guessing game. How many minutes they gonna play? Like, fuck this shit. I'm not guessing. Back with this motherfucker.
All right, there it is. Backwood for Dutch with this one. Good stuff. All right, next up, we've got OKC and the LA Lakers.
Wham Bam, did you cap it?
Wham. Oh, Wham, go ahead.
Nah, we could back with that. He already knew. He already knew what it was.
All right.
He ain't got that 6 cents, bro.
You good,
I
good.
got that 6 cents. I knew it. Yeah.
Not going to talk about them Lakers.
Talk about, your next favorite team. To talk about.
Shit.
Come on, dog.
This is the last time we're going to be talking about them. This is the last time we're breaking down a Laker game on the NBA Pub Hub this season because we sure as hell ain't seeing them playing next weekend.
So you said best bet time, right?
Yeah. There it is. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's been the Lakers season in a nutshell right there. That sound effect. They are 5.5 point favorites somehow. 225 the total in this game. Man, I'll tell you what, if it was anyone but the Thunder, I'd have to take the point. It's hard to with this Oklahoma City team, though. My gosh, this roster is just horrendous. And they got destroyed by Utah, 131 or 137-101 on Wednesday night. We know what's going on with OKC. They've got Xavier Simpson, Vit Krejci, the Greek freak, the other Greek freak, Georgios Kalaitzakis, Jalen Horde, Isaiah Roby. That's what you got for the OKC Thunder. And yet with that roster, I'd still take them plus the points in this game before I lay 5.5 with the Lakers. That is for damn sure. But that's just such a shitty roster. That being said, it's there's no LeBron, there's no Russell, there's no AD, any of those guys for the Lakers. It's Monk, Reeves, THT, Stanley Johnson, and Dwight Howard going to be the starting five tonight for the Lakers. The Lakers are obviously, we know it's been a terrible, disappointing season. They finish at Denver on Sunday. This is their last home game. What, we're going to show up now for the fans? You didn't show up for 80 games. You're going to show up tonight with something strong? I don't buy the final home game shit. That's for sure. I don't think I'm betting it. I think I'm a glutton for punishment betting this game. But I would take OKC plus the points before I lay anything with the Lakers. I'll tell you that. Wham, Thunder, Lakers.
Yeah, I like the final home game narrative for the Pistons today rather than the Lakers, man. Come on, the Lakers suck, bro. Because you're getting effort from the Pistons. You're not getting effort from the Lakers. There's no way I'm betting the Lakers today. It's OKC or nothing, bro. We did not do this shit all year to just come here at the end and bet the Lakers. I'm trying to help y'all. Yes, THT had 40-something points. Who cares? Who cares? Leave that in the past. Talking about the future. Let the Lakers go.
Hey, I'll say this about OKC with this wonderful all-star starting five they've got: Vit Krejci and Xavier Simpson and Georgios Kalaitzakis, Horde, and Roby. This all-star starting five, they did beat Portland. They did beat Phoenix, in a big upset when they were double-digit dogs. So it's not like they've completely been terrible and totally inept. They've actually won a couple basketball games with this group of five on the floor for the Thunder. So they can beat the Suns and they can beat the Blazers. Why not tonight? Dutch, what do you think here? Thunder, Lakers.
Yeah, man, you ain't no motherfucking way I'm betting the motherfucking Lakers, though. Hey, they made me feel real good last night, though. I can't lie. They was fucking around playing a little bit of basketball against the Warriors, and then, shit kicked in the fourth quarter, and had me feeling pretty good. Honestly, literally, the Lakers are my motherfucking favorite team this year. I've paid them motherfuckers and have gotten paid, especially since the motherfucking All-Star break when I really just, realized these motherfuckers ain't shit. Yeah, man, this game, I think you have to. I'm all year, I've not fucking even bet a Thunder game. I don't even believe. And tonight, I might even fuck around and be a Thunder buddy. If I get high enough, drunk enough, I might fucking bet these motherfuckers plus 180. But it's not really my style, so I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna do it. But hey, plus 180 against these motherfucking Lakers. You know one thing, OKC gonna come to play against the Lakers, right? It don't matter who's suiting up. So, yep. It's in LA. Like, these motherfuckers, you're going to get the best out of these little boys. So, whoever the fuck.
They don't like Russ, I think. I think they don't like Russ. I got to do the stat look, but.
Nobody like Russ no more. Nobody like LBJ no more. Nobody like the motherfucking Lakers no more, bro. They act like they're something and they just shit. AD be acting like we go on and on. But, honestly, I think there's some value. It's like a baseball game. It's MLB season. Plus 180 on the dog. Drop a fucking half a unit on it, and just off of value purposes, win or lose, it's a solid bet in my opinion.
Yeah, just take the money line. Just forego the 5.5 points and just say, hey, if Oklahoma City covers, Oklahoma City, if they cover, they're probably going to end up winning the game outright. And now, normally this is the point of the show where we get Skee's thoughts on the Laker game, but often during the second half of the year, it hasn't been his thoughts on the Laker game. It's been another bet in another game, maybe another bet in another sport he mentions. That's basically been what we've been accustomed to from Skee when the Laker game comes up. What do you got for us here? Radio silence is what he's got.
I take my headphones off. I didn't know it was my turn. It'll give me a headache, bro. I don't even want to talk about this no more. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to move on.
There it is. This is the last Laker game we will ever break down this season on the NBA Pub Hub. So for that,
hallelujah.
He is grateful. Hallelujah. Oh,
and Russ says he wants to bring it back too. Let's run it back. LBJ, AD. You want to put y'all through that again?
Yeah, but run what back? What the hell are you running back?
Yeah, man. Keep saying that. Increase your trade value, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That.
Hey, what's the shit he want to go to? They're talking about Charlotte is interested in him. Why the fuck would they do that to LaMelo Ball? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. That's for another day.
Man.
But man, that don't. That's a bad move for Charlotte.
Let us get scary.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. Look at y'all, please, yeah, please give us from here, right? Yeah.
It's a big mess that has to be cleaned up in La La Land coming up for the purple and gold in the off season. That's for sure. All right, great stuff as always with Dutch, with Skee, with Wham. Another great show, great week of shows. Our final regular season show, but we're off on Monday. I don't want anybody asking me 4:05 p.m. Eastern on Monday, texting me like it's happened before. Ian, where's the Pub Hub show? I'm telling you right now, there's no Pub Hub on Monday because there's no games on Monday. The play-in starts on Tuesday. So that's when we'll be back, Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll break down the play-in games each day, Tuesday to Friday, and then we're on the weekends. Everybody's working for the weekend. We're working for the weekend on the Pub Hub next Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Join us. NBA Pub Hub Weekend Edition, Saturday and Sunday, all throughout the NBA playoffs, starting next Saturday. So we'll be on 7 days a week. Looking forward to it for sure. Hit the like button. We got 236 live viewers on YouTube. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. And we will wrap up the show in just a moment. We got best bets and Dutch's freshest look coming up. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Southtown 101. Manscaped promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product with promo code PubSports. MyBookie.ag. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs right around the corner. We got baseball underway. UFC every week. We got a U.S. Spring Football League coming up next week starting as well. Lots going on. Sign up for an account, mybookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well. Mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, best bets. Final best bet of the regular season here on the NBA Pub Hub. Let's make it count. Wham, we'll start with you. What do you like for best bet?
Yes, sir. We're going to go back to the green light man himself, Jalen Greenbean. You're going to go over 24.5 points. I'm also going to tell you, I bet the same for Darius Garland double-double. So both of those be best bet for me today. So double up. Darius Garland double-double. Jalen Greenbean over 24.5 points.
There you go. Darius Garland double-double and Jalen Green over his point total for Wham with his double shot of best bets here on the Friday edition. All right, Dutch, freshest look.
Yeah, man. Before we get to the freshest look, let's take a moment and hit that motherfucking dono chain for the motherfucking fifth $10 dono, Mr. H-Town. Go ahead, hit it, big shit.
There we go. Thanks, LJ.
Much love, Mr. H-Town. Yeah, man. Freshest look. You know we're going. I'm going to the motherfucking Windy City. And them little baby Hornets are about to get motherfucking bullied. Believe it. Chicago minus 2.5. That's good fucking money.
All right, Chicago Bulls minus 2.5 against the Charlotte Hornets. Their freshest look for Dutch. Skee, best bet.
Dutch on this bullshit. Hey, I'm gonna give you two real quick. I'm gonna go with the Bucks first quarter and first half overs. First quarter 55.5. First half is 110.5. Take them both to the bank.
There you go. First half over there for the Bucks and the Pistons, and the full game over as well.
Notice he didn't say nothing about
first
Charlotte.
quarter, first half.
Okay, first quarter, first half over. Milwaukee and Detroit. First quarter over is
Stay the
55
fuck
and
out
a
of
half.
Chi-Town.
First half over is 110 and a half. So that's what we got for Skee with the Bucks and the Pistons. First quarter, first half overs for two best bets for Skee there. All right, my best bet for this Friday card. I'm going to rock with here the let me just see here. I'm going to go with that's a tough decision today, actually, for me. I'm going to take Cleveland plus 8.5. I like Cleveland. I think Cleveland is just, I'm going to dare Brooklyn to cover the number here. 8.5 as home favorites. They've been dreadful at home. I know Cleveland's not playing great basketball, but we've seen Cleveland on a lot of occasions, battled solid teams. They'll probably lose the game, fall short, but probably lose by 5 or 6, cover the number because Brooklyn's just not putting teams away by margin right now. And Cleveland's kind of like Chicago. They need to start playing better. They at least get Mobley back tonight. That'll help. He'll have a good night in the front court for the Cavs. I think they stay competitive. Cleveland plus 8.5 against Brooklyn for my best bet for this Friday NBA Pub Hub show. That'll wrap it up. Thanks to everyone for joining us. A great regular season behind us now, and we got the play-in and the playoffs to look forward to starting next week. So join us Tuesday. We'll see you again for the next edition of the Pub Hub, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for Skee Profit, for Dutch Boy Fresh, for Trot Wham. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Friday night, a great weekend. Cash some tickets, and we will see you again for the start of the play-in tournament Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for our next edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man, you know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Yo, enjoy the motherfucking weekend. Salute to the real ones. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man. Hey, Bulls fucking nation. Yeah.